Samsung currently reigns supreme in consumer ratings thanks to the Galaxy smartphones. Google has just snatched the lead genius behind Apple's 8 chips, and Tim Cook kind of sort of vaguely talked about cars, like, sort of. I'm Jaime Rivera, and I know, the Polars are not back, I just need to get on a plane in about an hour. This is Pocketnow Daily. Oh man, this shirt needs ironing. The official news today have to do with deals. Those of you in the market for a smartphone right now, the HTC 10 may be a year old, but for $240, that is a deal I would kind of not pass out on, mainly because it is probably one of the most durable smartphones out there. It's got great audio experiences, and it is really cool looking regardless. You can learn more in the description. It's on Sprint. Now let's talk about Verizon and the HTC U11, mainly because for those of you that didn't know, the U11 is actually the first smartphone, according to certain recent information, that has literally ditched Verizon's CDMA network. We know that the company is phasing it out. We just didn't know exactly when it would happen. So yeah, for those of you that don't see a fallback into 2G, there's actually a reason for that. And hooray for progress, because Verizon's 2G network was terrible. We've had a lot of admiration for Apple's 8 chips because of their power, regardless of the fact that a lot of people consider them underpowered. It's actually the other way around. They pretty much beat a ton of benchmarks. And still, we just learned some very interesting twist as the company's lead designer for these 8 chips has just moved to Google. Manu Gulati has just announced on LinkedIn that he is the lead SoC architect for Google. So what does this mean for the future of the Google Pixel, for example? Stay tuned for that. And speaking of Apple, Tim Cook was in a recent interview, and even though he didn't really say that the company is building cars because those rumors have kind of died out, he kind of sort of, to a certain degree, claimed that they're working on a core technology that pushes automated cars. How is that going to work is going to be very interesting as, again, Apple sees itself as a software company. Could it be that the company wants to take CarPlay to the next level? We will see. And finally, the very interesting and most controversial news today have to do with Consumer Reports and the Galaxy S8, mainly because the publication that was started in 1936 has just claimed, number one, that the best smartphone right now is the Galaxy S8 Plus, the second would be the Galaxy S8, and the third would be the Galaxy S7 from last year. And this is rather interesting as there are a ton of smartphones this year, starting with devices like the LG G6, for example, that do an amazing job. And still, Consumer Reports has considered that the best smartphones out there are all Galaxies. I'm not in disagreement, mainly because I do love the Galaxy S8 for a ton of reasons, but I wouldn't consider it the best. So it leads me to the question today. For you, in your opinion, what is the best smartphone in the market today and why? Ooh, in my case, that's interesting. I love a lot of them, but for me, probably the favorite would be the G6. Not necessarily because it is the best smartphone, it's just because it gives you the most bang for your buck as a flagship because of those dual cameras. But leave us a comment down below, we'd love to know your opinion. Friends, you know the way it goes. If you want to get the news earlier before the video is filmed, follow us on Pocketnow.com and hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.